to show how I make my stainless steel soldering clips. So I'm going to do a short video here on how I do those. Okay, I use a 3/32 stainless steel Tig rod, and this particular one's a number 308L, and you can get this at most welding supply stores. And I have some needle nose, sometimes you use them, regular pliers, and you need some heavy dikes that can cut this stainless rod. I also have some round jaw pliers for bending the rod over them. And I also want to get out a tape measure, and I've got some a couple of the two styles that I use. This particular style is real handy. It holds good, it don't take up much room, but it leaves a divot on with high heat. This particular clip does not leave a divot. It takes up more room and has a little less holding power. So you just have to use what best suits you. But these are the two styles I use. Okay, to begin with, I'm going to make the smaller clip, I'm going to take about 6 inches of this, and I'm going to cut it with the cutters. And you want to be sure you protect your eyes when you're cutting this stainless steel. It's hard steel to cut, and things can fly and hit you in the eye. And just cut it straight across and at about 6 inches. Okay, we're going to be making the smaller clip here, and the first bend, I use the roller jaw pliers, and I mark off about 2 inches that's going to be running along the bottom, and I'm going to bend it over a 90 quite a bit. This stuff, stainless steel, is pretty hard to bend, so you got to put some strength into it. I've got one to go by here. If you're making one, well, you'll have to kind of go by the demonstration. I move about an inch further and I bend in the opposite direction. This gives a little downforce on that top rod. And then I move about another inch up from that and I bend it back down towards the bottom. The two ends are gonna come up passing each other because we cut it long, so we made sure we had enough. And just get it straight down where it's going to push down straight towards the bottom. And then what you're going to do, it kind of makes a figure 4, you can see here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take the dikes and you're going to cut the bottom off about 1/4 inch past where the upper comes down. And again, watch your eyes here. And then the upper one you want to cut just above the lower one. You can kind of bend it out there so you can get to it. And you get that cut. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your orbital or something and you want to sand these ends real nice and flat. The smoother they are, the less divots they're going to leave if you have high heat. And you can spread them apart when you're putting them on the material, and that keeps them from scratching so bad. I also paint them with whiteout sometimes. Now this is the longer style, and it takes up more room, but it doesn't leave divots. And I'm not going to show it, but it takes a torch and you heat it up and you flatten the ends of the jaws, and then you bend it in this style here, and this upper curve keeps it from leaving marks. It's putting pressure on the two pieces to hold them together, but it won't leave a divot or anything. It just kind of bulky and gets in the way. I like these smaller ones better, but I usually only, if I'm using high heat, I use them where I'm going to have engraving in case I do get a mark. If I'm going to have shiny metal, well, I use these type. And you can bend them whatever width you need to fit the thickness of the material you're using. Like on spurs, you may have to have a 1/4 inch space between the two jaws. And that's pretty much it. I got quite a few of them. I appreciate y'all.